Renaissance Community, all is well? And all is in divine order. Maybe stand. First off, happy Valentine's Day. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Sometimes we don't hear that enough. I love you. 3 words that we put together and they are so powerful. I love you. Repeat after me. Whoever, whatever, whenever. Whoever, whatever, whenever. There is love. Love is present. Love is here. Love is now. Love is not an illusion. Love is inclusive. And so it is. You may be seated if you want to. You can stand with me. You can hold my hand and let me get through this message. You know, sometimes when I give a message on back-to-back Sundays, I want to make sure that you understand that the messages build up upon each other. And they build on each other because they're designed to build you up, to build me up. Because we're all looking for a come-up, right? And that come-up means that we're elevating to a higher level of consciousness, a higher level of purpose. And that's where we want to be. Last week, we came to the agreement that we must give to receive. We must give to recover. We must give to receive. We must give to recover. But entering into that space of giving to recover is a choice. We understand that, right? Now, this is a teaching message, and so I'm going to ask you to participate quite a bit today. Is that all right? So I hope your energy is at a level of at least 7. You up there? Let's elevate. So before we enter into this space of giving and receiving, we have to know that we're going deeper into the natural flow of revelation, elevation, and gratification. Remember that? Say that with me. Revelation, elevation, gratification. And as we make that intentional choice to go through that process of revelation, elevation, and gratification, it means that we make the decision to be in alignment with our divine nature. And so when we make that choice to be in alignment with divine nature, we're in alignment with the universal vibration of God. We're in alignment with the universal vibration of the goodness of God. We're in alignment with the abundance flow of the goodness of God. And that's what we desire, right? That's where we want to be. That's the place where we know beyond a shadow of a doubt that God is good all the time. And all the time, God is good. Beyond a shadow of a doubt, we know that all things are working for our good. So repeat this. Good God. Oh, let's start that over, Brett. Let's do it like in James Brown mode. I'll demonstrate. Is that okay? Good God. Now let's follow me. Good God. Almighty. Good God. Allness. Good God. Of abundance. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. Good God. Help me. Help me, please. Good God. I can be crazy. But to see goodness, which is what we want, let's not play games. We want goodness, right? But to see goodness, we must have an alignment of faith and strength. But to get to that place of super consciousness, faith and strength requires superpower be added to that equation, to that mix. Superpower, superconsciousness, exploring the art and science of the elevation of faith and strength requires something else to be added into that mix, that bond. Remember I said that faith and strength are brothers? And when you try to do them separately, things don't work out. Faith without strength doesn't work out. It doesn't feel right. Because faith and strength are bonded together. They're brothers. And the uniqueness of their relationship is such they must be together. You must have faith, must have strength. But what if we wanted to add something to get to a level of super consciousness? What do we need to add to that mix of ingredients? What do we add to faith and strength to have that supernatural, super consciousness level that we want, where we reach the goodness, the good? What do we add? Love. Love. Now, since we are less than 48 hours from Valentine's Day, this morning I want to interject love into the bond between faith and strength. Can I do that? Can I do that? Well, repeat this with me. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. You sound familiar with that. You sound like you said it before. It's a love offering, but it's also an offertory affirmation of a commitment to give and to receive based on the law of love. So it's more than just a love offering blessing. It's an offertory blessing. And it says, I'm in love. Can we say that? I'm in love. I'm in love. Now say it like a teenager. I'm in love. I'm in love. And so I have this connection, this bond, and I don't want to hang up the phone in the middle of the night as the hours pass. I don't want to stop texting because I'm in love. Love does something to you. Love has a way of taking over your heart, taking over your mind, taking over your spirit, taking over your body. I'm in love. I'm in love. St. Francis says, the measure of love is to love without measure. Think about that. And we always get to the point where somebody asks us, how much do you love me? Well, I would tell them, hey, Leah. Hey, baby. The measure of my love is without measure. Look at her eyes just go towards me like, ooh, I don't know what to do with that love. But that's what it is. I'm all in to love. I love to love. I am love. Repeat that with me. I'm all into love. I love to love. I am love. Now think about this. This is love without counting the cost. This is love unconditional, regardless of the conditions that love appear. This is love distracted no more by the conditions. We put them aside, lay them aside. I love you. I'm into love. I love to love. I am love. Let that sink in. I'm in love. And that's where I am. And I love myself. And because I love myself, I can give love. I love because I love myself and I can give love. I'm all into love. I love to love. I am love. Think about those three things. Each one has a different tone to it, a different meaning to it. I'm all into love. I love to love. I am love. Let it sit in. Let it just go. And so that means regardless of what I sense, my feelings and emotion, I'm all into love. I love to love. I am love. Oh, Reverend Glenn, that's hard to do. Because there's some people out here that are crazy. And they do crazy things. And you try to love them, but I don't know if they're lovable. So, why are you asking me to love unconditionally? Why? Can't nobody do that. And that's what I usually hear. Can't nobody do that. Because there's always conditions. There's always conditions. But can we love unconditionally? Jesus was all into love. Jesus loved to love. Jesus expressed that I am love. Can you see it? Can you see it? Picture this. Jesus hanging on the cross, beaten, bloody. He didn't have anything in his past that he did wrong. All he tried to do was express love because he knew he was divinely purposed to love. And so all his mission was to love, to demonstrate love, express love, right? And there he is, hanging on the cross, nails in his hands, nails in his side, nails in his feet, beaten to a pulp, blood streaming down his body, running down his body like a water faucet, like a river, like an ocean. Jesus hanging from the cross, and he gathers up enough faith, and he gathers up enough strength because he wants to say something. Do you know what he wants to say? Jesus, hanging from the cross, gathers up all the faith that he can gather, all the strength that he can gather. Yes, he's disappointed. Yes, he's in despair. Yes, he's doubting. Yes, he feels defeated. Yes, he's depressed. Yes, he's been betrayed. But y'all say, but Jesus is trying to gather faith and strength to speak. And in his last words, he demonstrates that he is all into love, that he loves to love, and that I am love. He gathers up his faith, gathers up all of his strength, and in a faint, weak voice, he begins to speak. And he says, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Can love hurt? That's a real question this morning. Can love hurt? Can love hurt? And all the facial expressions are trying to hide your history with love. You're trying to say the appropriate answer in a spiritual community. But I say, ask simply, does love hurt? Can love hurt? Silence. Everybody leaning in to hear what I'll say. But sometimes love and the experience with love can leave you in love limbo. Anybody ever been in love limbo? I don't know whether I should try to love again. I don't know if I should open myself up to love again. I'm in love limbo. Can y'all say love limbo? I'm in love limbo. You ever been in limbo where you just like, I don't know if I should or should I not? Should I stay or should I go? Should I do it or should I not? In love limbo. And that's where we find ourselves. So many times we've been hurt, disappointed, and now we find ourselves thinking, should I love again? Last time it didn't feel so good, so should I try it again? You ever fall off a bike and had to make the decision, I'm going to get up on that bike and ride it again, or I'm going to just walk. But love, it's a force. It's a divine force. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive. Divine love. Can y'all say law of love? The law of love is the law of attraction. I need love. I gotta have love. But I'm afraid of love. Now I know Tina Turner said love is a secondhand emotion, but it's not. Love is designed, put in you. It's supposed to be expressed. You understand that? You think you have the choice to love, don't you? You think you have a choice to love conditionally. Because we put conditions on it. If you come to me this time, you got to have a car, got to have a bank account, back pocket. And we do that. I'm not just picking on the women. Men, we do that too. The conditional characteristics of love. But you know what? We still need love. You're just trying to set up an opportunity so you'll safeguard yourself from what you've experienced in the past. But love is divine. It's divine love through me. Blesses and multiplies. All that I have, all that I give, I receive. So law of attraction means that as I give love, I receive love. As I put out love, I receive love. But if I safeguard myself from love, I can't receive love. It only comes in pieces. Pieces. Pieces of an unfulfilled dream. So love is not a secondhand emotion. Tina Turner was wrong. You know, for years she was on stage, she was hurt by what Ike did, and she had nice legs, and so we listened to her, rolling on the river. What's love got to do with it? It's a secondhand emotion. But you know what? It's not a secondhand. It's God ordained. It's divine love that's in you, that's through you, that's around you. And so what we have is a dilemma, right? We're supposed to love, we want to love, we need to love because we want love. We need love. We got to have love. But then we come to this thing of what do I do? I've been scorned. What do I do with love? It's kind of like the scorpion effect, right? You know the scorpion effect, right? Huh? Well, let me tell you about it. The scorpion effect. This monk was sitting on the bank of a river, just sitting there. And he saw this scorpion, little scorpion. Scorpion fell into the water. The monk ran over, reached into the water, and lifted up the scorpion. It stung him. He let it go. Scorpion fell over into the water again. The monk saw this. He ran over, reached his hand in the water, and took him out. Saved his life again. Went back to the bank and sat down. The scorpion fell into the water again. Oh, my goodness. Fell in the water again. The monk reached his hand in the water, lifted him up again, saved him, put him on dry ground. Scorpion stung him again. And so now this observer, Adam was watching this monk. I gave the guy Adam's name. He was watching this. He said, I don't mean to get in your business. Is that what we always say? I don't want to get in your business. But I noticed, Reverend Wilma, that scorpion fell in the water 3 times. And each time you reached in and pulled him out. And every time you pulled him out, Leah, he stung you. Why'd you do that? You know what the monk said? The monk said, it's the nature of the scorpion to sting. But it's the nature of me as a spiritual being having a human experience to want to love and to want to forgive. You hear what he said? Is it your nature to want to love and forgive? Huh? Yes, it is. Sometimes it's covered up. Sometimes it's pressed down. Sometimes it's suppressed. But your natural nature, your divine nature, is to love and forgive. Love transforms. Can we just say that love transforms? Love can motivate and transform every aspect of our life. Now, pop quiz for you. Ready for pop quiz? What's the opposite of love? Oh, Brett, we got a problem. Reverend Anisha, we got a problem. Reverend William, we got a problem. What's the opposite of love? Fear. It's not hate, it's fear. I'm afraid to love, but that doesn't mean I'm not loved. It only means I'm afraid to love. Love is an attractor. It attracts love. And so here's a little secret. Here's a little secret. Here it is. You ready for it? You hear me say after every one of my messages, what? Oh, yeah, somewhere listening to me. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. See, I've taken a stance. As I've learned more and more, grew more and more, I took a stance that I'm going to love you. Whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I'm just going to love you. That's why I say that. And where did I learn that from? I kind of extracted it from John 3:16. And that says something that we're very familiar with. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. Now, John 3:16 should give you encouragement and refreshment. John 3:16 should give you joy and jubilation. John 3:16 should bring you help and hope in the difficult moments. But John 3:16 should put a little pep in your step when you want to sit around sad, mad, sick, and silent. Put a little pep. Why? Why do I get so excited about that? For God so loved the world. Now let's examine that if we can for a minute. For God so loved the world. Love. We talked about love. That's who we are. That's our divine purpose is to love, to give love, to receive love, and regenerate it. So loved the world. Who is the world? It's us. It's us. Do like this. Act like it's a mirror. And say, we's is us. The world is us. We are the world. We are the children. That's us. We are the world. So the world means agitators against the principles of God. That's all it means. World means agitators against the principles of God, which is the main principle being love. That he gave his only begotten Son. Who's the begotten Son? No, it's the Christ. Begotten Son is the Christ, and the Christ lives in you and it lives in me, right? So, begotten Son is you, it's me. So this is all about us. World, begotten Son, both of us. That whosoever believes. I get excited about whosoever. You mean to tell me no matter what I did, what's my background, what's my race, what's my sexual orientation, what's my social economic status, what's my education level, whosoever. Who is that? Everybody. Everybody. So whosoever makes me know that love, divine love, is inclusive. All in. Whosoever believes in him should not die. Die means the absence of energy, the absence of spirit, the absence of faith, the absence of strength, the absence of hope. They shall have everlasting life. Life, living at a higher purpose, a higher consciousness level. John 3:16 is very essential. Now, before we take a break and get ready for the Super Bowl, before we get ready to see Babyface sing the national anthem, before the kickoff of the Super Bowl, before Rihanna sings the halftime tribute, before we see who gets the Vince Lombardi trophy presented to them, let's just understand, love is limitless. Love has no boundary. Love is in you. Love is you. And your divine appointment, your divine mission is to demonstrate and express love. And so as we approach Valentine's Day, you have to make your decision whether you're all in with love, whether you love to love, and whether you know that you are love. That's where we want to be. And the opportunities are limitless for you to attract anything that you want through the power of love. It's a big smorgasbord. Imagine yourself at Golden Corral. Golden Corral. And everything is laid out for you, Paul. You can have anything you want. It's a smorgasbord. But when you exhibit in love, you see the smorgasbord. You see the opportunity. You see that life is limitless in its choice if we just face love head on and know that you are love. You're a divine expression of love. And with that, we know that God never makes a mistake. When you arrived, you were packaged with an abundance of love. I know we were waiting for the Valentine's Day flowers, the Valentine's Day cards, the Valentine's Day diamonds for some of us. I'm waiting for mine. And I'd be impressed, Leah, if you gave it to me. Unapologetically, I would accept it. But the critical question this morning is, are you able to tune yourself in to be divine love, to express love under any conditions, to be turned on with the thought that I am love, to see beyond the faults because the faults don't exist. It's just a judgment. There are no faults because we're all on the path. And all of us get off that path every now and then. And so perfection is always present. It's always peeking around the corner, but it's present. So I ask you, can you give love inclusively? Without holding back, without excuses? Can you let go of the hurt, the pain, the sorrows? Because if you can, that smorgasbord is open to you. Can you do it? Sure you can. Jesus, they know not what they do. The monk, it's my spiritual and human nature to love and to forgive. Your challenge this week is to make a list of every time you give unconditional love, every time you hit the pause button on saying, I'm not going to love that person, not going to love that situation. Hit the pause button and say, I am love. I'm all into love. I love to love. It's me. It's me, oh Lord. Not only standing in the need of affirmative prayer, but standing in the need to know that I'm loved and love will always be reciprocated to me. Renaissance Junior, I love you. And there's nothing you can do about it. So you might as well get in the habit of loving me and everyone back. Can we do that? I love you. Happy Valentine's Day.